On May 22, 2011, a tornado of mammoth proportions struck the city of Joplin, Missouri.
They couldn't see it coming because it was shrouded by rain. They thought it was a rainstorm.
Because the tornado was shrouded with rain clouds and rain, it was thought that it was just another bad storm, when it was determined that it was a monster with no regard for life or property.
But what had happened, 2 or 3 tornadoes joined together right there, created an F5. It was supposed to keep going straight. It did, it didn't, it turned and went into Joplin, and nobody had time to do anything.
There were only precious minutes to prepare for its ravenous destruction. People hid in their homes, under mattresses, in the tub, or wherever they felt safe. Commercial buildings and the hospital put people in the hallways.
The devastation is just all over the place. The looks on people's faces, like I said, their emotions are just torn. It doesn't take anything to make them cry or get mad or make them happy. They don't know what to do.
The tornado was rated as a Category 5, with winds of 205 miles per hour. Houses and buildings were turned into toothpicks and torn from their frames. Cars were smashed like pop cans, and many lives were taken. 129 dead at present. Hundreds injured. Thousands homeless.
Oh, I was awestruck. You can't even begin to imagine the feeling you get to see a part of a town completely destroyed. I mean, houses taken off of the foundations with the hospital, 7-story hospital, rotated at one end 3 inches off the foundation and 10 feet on the other side. A school completely destroyed, bark ripped off of trees. Yeah, there were 2 crosses there. The one cross, the big cross, as you can see by looking at the picture, there used to be a church behind that cross. That church is gone. It took it away. It wasn't there anymore, not even a lot of the debris. It carried it away, and the cross wasn't touched. They had dozers. They had all kinds of equipment out there just pushing houses to the sides of the street. Then they had these self-loading trucks coming through, you know, with the crane on top, just scooping up houses, what was left of the houses. Well, of course, you're motivated when you see the news. I mean, everybody was taken in awe when they saw this on the news. We went to church, and we had planned a vacation to go to New York and see Statue of Liberty. I want to see that before I died. And then we saw this little blurb in the church folder that they give you when you go to church about, was anybody interested in going to Joplin? Me and Joe and Sandy was there that day and said, we need to change our plans. We need to go to Joplin because we have the skills and we can help those people down there. So we changed our plans, and 2 weeks later, we was in Joplin.
Money and people were needed to help this town sift through the debris and rebuild. On July the 7th, Ron Peterson, Donna Peterson, Joe Burden, and Sandy Burden went to help.
Went in the church, told them I was there to donate our time and our skills, and what could we do. They started telling us about this lady. The initial story come out about her was the guy had stolen her money instead of the stuff that she bought and left town. And so, of course, that's where I just told him, that's where I want to go. I told her who we were, was there to help her, was going to help her rebuild her house, and where did she start? And she said, pick a place. Well, first of all, the one room, that room was torn completely off the house. It was completely gone. And so they had already put the roof on when we got there. So we rebuilt this part of her house and put in the plumbing so she'd have a toilet. She didn't even have a place to shower or anything. And so we got the shower in, got all the walls in. There's some walls in there that you can't see, but there's some other walls in the house that was taken out.
After arriving in Joplin, they immediately knew that the personal resources they had were not adequate and asked for financial help from the Meridian Optimist Club in Meridian, Idaho.
Needed some additional money for this gal because she was poor, she didn't have anything, and people had been trying to rip her off.
The Meridian Optimists approved the request, and money was made available. The family this money went to would like to let the Optimists know that they are very grateful.
The company that makes Crocs sent a semi-load full of Crocs and these employees to hand them out to the workers and the people that got their houses destroyed and stuff. I mean, this is just one of many. I mean, just one of many. It was just unique that they sent all these shoes to this place. I mean, other places, daily, they had semi-loads full of food coming. They had semi-loads full of unannounced, a lot of them. These companies just said, take these things to Joplin because they need help. People from all over the world coming in this place, what can we do to help? And there wasn't enough people there. There just wasn't even close to enough people. You know, the feelings we had was that it was a disaster. It still is a disaster. Those people needed a lot of help. There's a lot of people there to help them any way that they can possibly help them. It's going to be a long time before Joplin is back. There's just too much destruction. It's gone, and I wish we could have stayed longer.